Hi all, greetings from the apocalypse. So today I thought I would update you a little bit on the setting tools, which it's getting really close to them coming. Basically, Tevel told me that the factory reached out and they are going to be shipping out to Tevel on Monday. So as soon as Tevel gets the setting tools, he can start putting them together with all the other goodies you may have ordered and we'll start shipping them out. I don't have like an exact date because I don't know exactly how long each step will take, but it's happening soon. We're gonna have them in your hot little hands before you know it. So super excited about that. But it did bring up also sort of one question that some people have had. Now, not that their question was about this, but like I have relatively small hands and a lot of us in the studio have small hands, which is why it's so extra difficult to get jewelry making tools that actually work for us because they're usually like crazy too long. So when I design the setting tools, I design them to fit people like me with small hands. Now, not everybody has small hands. So my first batch was like the regular size, which I consider regular for a lot of us that the other regular tools don't fit. But there are people with large hands. We come in all shapes and sizes. So this next batch that will be coming out probably in March, we're doing ones that have a handle that's about 3/4 of an inch longer. So Tevel asked me to basically ask all of you if there's anybody out there that has large hands. And you know, large hands is one of those things. I usually tell people the easiest way to know, when you buy gloves, do you have to buy large size gloves? If you have to buy large size gloves, probably you have large size hands. So in that case, please email us, go to the link that's on my Instagram profile and reach out on the contact us and let us know and we can switch your order out. So in other words, if you ordered in this first batch and you're getting what we consider regular size, but really you have a large hand, you'll be able to switch it out. Now you'll get yours a little bit later, I'm sorry about that, but you'll be able to get a size that fits you appropriately. So basically Tevel and I were talking about this and we want to make sure that everybody has the option. Most of my students are women and most of them, when I loan my tool out in the studio, the size that I made fits all of them great. So this doesn't apply for most people probably, but if you do have large hands, make sure to send me an email if you've already pre-ordered, because what we'll do is Tevel will basically switch it out. We'll switch out and we'll make sure that you get a set for larger hands. So we want to make sure, obviously, as I keep going around and around, I want to make sure that you get a set that really fits you and works for you. Now, tools normally don't come in any kind of different sizes because they don't really give a shit. They just make them enormous and make everybody struggle with it. I'm trying to do something a little more custom. So, like I said, if you've pre-ordered my setting tools and you have large hands, send us an email and we'll arrange to kind of switch it out so that you'll be able to get the larger size setting tools. When I say larger size setting tools, just so you know, the setting tools themselves are exactly the same. It's just that the handle's a little bit longer. So please, if you have some doubt on that issue or anything like that, reach out through the link in my profile and let us know, because that way we can get it all arranged for you before, any of it ever has to go in the mail. Okay, so I would really appreciate that. I'm just so excited for everyone to start getting their setting tools, and I'm going to do some more tutorials showing how to use them in a lot of different scenarios, and I'm really, really stoked about all of this. So February, which is normally a pretty dreary month, and February during the apocalypse, perhaps even a little more so, but this year I actually feel kind of jazzed up this February. In case you're wondering what other shenanigans I'm up to, basically Tevel and I are just continuing with this project, trying out different tools, finding my favorites, photographing them, putting them on the new site. So basically anytime you go to the new site, you can look at it and you can see all the stuff that I like the best. Now, something I'm working on right now that I'm very excited about is actually gold. Now, for those of you who have gone to Jewelry Arts, you know we teach people how to make their own 22 karat gold. It's a good way. You really want to understand your process, in other words. But I've always told people over the years, you know, I always make my own gold. And it's not so much that it's a moral issue or whatever, like I must always make my own gold. But I have never found a supplier that would consistently make the metal the way we want. And our alloy is not complicated, but what it is, when you're doing fusing and granulation, if you're using a 3/9 gold, which basically means gold that's not quite as pure. The gold that we use for our 22 karat gold is purified to like 0.9999, 4 nines. It's extremely purified. If you use 3/9 gold, which is very slightly less purified, a lot of times your gold won't fuse properly. Now, if you were to take that 3/9 gold and alloy it into 18 karat and cast or do whatever you're doing, no one would ever know or care, but fusing and granulation is very finicky. So what has always happened to us in the end is that every supplier promises like it'll be exactly the way you want, you know, every time you will love it. And then, you know, 2 or 3 batches in, lo and behold, sooner or later, I don't know, they don't have any 4/9 gold, whatever it is, sure enough, they make it with 3/9 gold because they think that we can't tell the difference. And then our metal wouldn't work. And I'm like, look, I am the teacher. I am the one that the students come to when they have a problem. I cannot recommend something and then let the students get like screwed up over it. And I'm the one that told them to use it. So all these years I've always said, look, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'll teach you how to do it yourself. And we do it for ourselves, and you know, that's basically it. But I think I have finally found a supplier who actually understands how important it is to make a consistent product. This is someone that Tevel's been working with for years. He studied at Jewelry Arts, which, so, you know, it's got the Jewelry Arts connection, and he's done all of this same kind of stuff. He's made tons of 22 karat chains and fused the links and done granulation and everything. So his shop understands that if you put in 3/9 gold, it's not going to fuse. You know what I mean? That it's a major problem and that it's essential for having a good product. So he has sent me some samples, which I will be trying out this weekend. There's a few people that I trust their opinion, and they have used his stuff, and it has been fine. But of course, you know, I gotta do it for myself because that's just the kind of snot that I am. But I'm really excited about it because if this all works out, what this means is that you'll be able to go on our new site and order 22 karat gold sheet or wire, which, you know, pulling wire also, especially people that have like wrist problems or shoulder problems and stuff like that, they have a hard time pulling wire, they have a hard time making their sheet. And this is going to take all that out of the way, where you'll be able to buy really nice gold, reliable, and you know, you're not going to like wear yourself out milling it. Like, I don't really mind. I've been doing it for years, and you know, obviously you practice something, you get pretty quick at it. But for a lot of people who are only in the studio, let's say, you know, 3 hours, 6 hours a week, or whatever it is, they're like, I don't want to spend my time in the studio pulling wire. So it'll be really nice to have a reliable source. Now, on top of that, he also does some of those really amazing specialty alloys, like apricot gold. Like I have 22, this is regular 22, and this is the apricot right here. Now, I know that this particular video is not going to show off the color all that amazing. So I am going to do some repoussé earrings with these to really show it off. But there's going to be some really fun stuff that we'll be able to get. Some red gold, high carat red gold alloys, apricot gold, green gold, electrum, you know, just a lot of really fun things to kind of, you know, spur your creativity. So, like I said, this isn't the real announcement because I have to test everything for myself and make sure it's good, but keep your fingers crossed because I'm very optimistic that this will make it a lot easier for people out there to get the materials that they want without having to struggle so much. So, and that's, you know, always the goal. So I guess that's my whole update for today. I've been having so much fun working on these projects. So please, in the comments, let me know things you have problems with, your thoughts, your feedback. It's really helpful for me to kind of, there's a million things I want to do in any one day, but the feedback from guys like you on the comments, that kind of informs me, like, what are people most interested in? What are the biggest problems? What should I try to tackle? So I appreciate your feedback. Please keep it coming.